Good Wednesday morning, everybody. I'm Jared Klein here with your Morning Rush. Let's start things off with the top stories over on NBC29.com this morning at number one, and this story has been number one all week so far. Virginia Department of Social Services offering replacement SNAP benefits starting July 17th. Head on over to NBC29.com to read that story for yourself. At number two, a lawsuit over Charlottesville's Confederate statue streamlined. And then at number three, James River businesses temporarily shut down after weekend overflow. And that's where we begin on this Wednesday morning. The water levels are coming down, but the James River is still not safe for a lot of summer recreation. That's affecting businesses near Scottsville because when the tubes aren't running, profits and vacations sink. On Sunday, the river's water levels rose, reaching nearly 18 feet. Now, the dirt dislodged by the rushing water also causes problems for the river's habitat. So the water is receding now, but still dangerous out there, and caution is advised. All right. Charlottesville City Hall will reopen today after a water leak shut down much of the building for the past 2 days. The leak came from some plumbing on the second floor where the water pooled, and then that led to water dripping down, leaving heavy water damage to the rooms underneath and an inch of water on the floor of council chambers. Signage inside will direct people to temporary locations for the Treasurer's Office and the Commissioner of Revenue's office. Well, people convicted of gun crimes in Virginia will wait longer to have their voting rights restored than those that did not use guns. That's what the Youngkin administration is saying in response to the NAACP complaint that yesterday the state chapter said documents it obtained revealed a process that lacks clear standards, and it says felons applying to get their rights restored are often left in the dark. And finally this morning, Albemarle County wants to sweep people off their feet with a special name. It's trying to figure out what to call a new street sweeper. Albemarle County is waiting for the new sweeper to arrive. It's rented one out for the past 2 months, running the same route the new one will use. Some of the suggestions here that are in the running are Lil Bo Sweep, Lightning McLean, and Dirt Vader. If you want to vote, you have until August 7th, and we have a link over on NBC29.com. Those are some creative names, I have to say.
Lil Bo Sweep. That's kind of a tongue twister.
It is, yeah.
It's a hard one to say.
Now, I wonder if they'll put it on the side of the truck.
Oh,
that would be pretty cool.
I hope so.
So everyone can see it.
Yeah, really. All right, so we know that in the news lately is the high temperatures across the country. Mm-hmm. And so there's this new study about climate change and how it is warping the ground that our cities sit on, which is something I never really thought about. But this new study, it's the first of its kind study, and it used data from sensors underneath downtown Chicago to help quantify the effects of underground climate change on infrastructure, especially on buildings. And so heat sources like buildings and underground transportation, they cause the ground to warm, and then the ground heats up and it deforms, and it causes cracks in the infrastructure. So it's kind of, there's this quote that, Venice, you don't have to live in Venice for your city to be sinking. It's happening pretty much everywhere. But I never really thought about that.
I didn't either. The effects not only above ground, but underground.
Yeah, and that can really, it'll be interesting to see, with that and the shift that could cause and potentially, with buildings, like if that interrupts the integrity of a building, but it's something to kind of think about, and I hadn't, Yeah,
something I guess a lot of engineers will have to consider in the years to come.
That's a good point, and architects.
Yeah.
So, okay, so keeping with the theme, how do we keep our dogs safe in the heat? I think this is a really good one because there were some things that I didn't really know. So, how hot is it to be too hot to go for a walk?
Yeah.
So, if you can put your hand on the pavement for 5 seconds without feeling too hot, then if you can't keep your hand on the pavement for 5 seconds, then it's too hot for your dog, which I thought was a good test.
Yeah, because they don't have shoes on,
right?
So.
And they can't talk to you.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's a good test, and then what is considered a short enough walk in extreme heat. So especially if your dog's out of shape, 10 to 15 minutes, and do that during the coolest part of the day.
Yeah.
Is the best time.
Yeah, you still get the walk in.
Yeah, right. And then, of course, keep water with you on a walk. I know with our dog taking her for a walk, she like has to sometimes lay down in a cool spot, and we can't make it all the way back to our house.
Yeah.
So you definitely need to be mindful of how they're feeling and bring water along. So, and that'll help cool them down faster. And of course, you know, if your dog's temperature is over 107 degrees, contact, you know, your vet immediately.
Yeah.
So,
because they can have heat exhaustion just like us.
yeah, absolutely.
Especially with all that fur on them.
Right, right. And they can also burn their paws. But so if that happens, you know, wash paws with soap and water and apply something like Neosporin or, you know, the aloe vera gel. So yeah, they're just like people. So, all right. Now moving on to bunnies. So bunnies have taken over this town in Florida, this neighborhood. About 60 to 100 wild rabbits have invaded this town, and they were bred illegally and let loose 2 years ago, and now they are everywhere. But there's some video coming up. Look at them.
They are everywhere. You know, they have the watch out for deer sign. Now they need to watch out for bunny rabbit sign.
Right, they're causing traffic concerns and eating everything. But I mean, I do love it when I see bunnies outside.
Yeah, I mean, they're cute, but I can see how they'd be a nuisance pretty quickly.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But I mean, look at them. I mean, they're everywhere.
They're just going to claim the town for themselves.
Yeah, so they're hoping to gather them up and then adopt them out. So, but yeah, look at them all. Funny.
Cute.
Yeah. So.
All right, well, hopefully they're staying cool in the heat.
Yeah, hopefully.
All right, thank you, Jennifer. Let's take a look at that 7-day forecast. Speaking of the heat out there, we've got a high of 88 today with showers and storms. A chance we did see some of that wet weather earlier today, so we'll hold on to that chance for showers throughout the day, and then a high of 87 tomorrow with a stray storm possible. 90 for our Friday with partly cloudy skies for our Fridays after 5, and then the weekend looking absolutely beautiful, mostly sunny skies. The temperatures will be, looks like, below 90 degrees, so that'll be great to get outside. So just look forward to the weekend to get you through the work week. Okay, I hope you guys have a great Wednesday out there. We're halfway through the work week. We'll see you again on NBC 29 News at noon.